Hilda was leaning in close to Rudy's face, her arms wrapped around his shoulders as she knelt beside him. He was whispering in German. Hilda nodded, crying softly, kissing his cheeks. She held his right hand against her chest. The muscles in his face twisted, but he reached for Hilda's shirt collar with knotted fingers and said, "Geh." Twice more, he repeated the word. "Geh. Geh. Go. Go." I told Vinny to stay with Hilda and Rudy while I raced home to call 911. Usually a cell phone addict, I had tried all summer long to wean myself off this seductive attachment. I have gone over and over why I made this choice, why I made Vinny stay on the beach. As I reached the front porch of the summer cottage, I turned back and the breeze from the ocean swept sand across my face. I blinked away the grainy flecks, and as my eyes focused, in the distance, by the water's edge, I saw Vinny's hand on Hilda's shoulder. Hilda was sitting in the sand, with Rudy's head on her lap. I don't know if I imagined it or not, but later I thought I had heard Hilda singing to Rudy. After making the 911 call at the house, I turned around too fast and tripped over a pile of books stacked on the floor by the couch near the front door. I stumbled and grabbed the air. My arm landed on the lampshade Vinny said reminded her of an old lady's hat. I regained my balance and kept moving. As I slammed the door behind me, I heard a loud crash and knew the table lamp had fallen. I hurried to the spot where I had left Vinny. She and Hilda were gone. The faded color of Rudy's lips stopped me from touching him. I knelt down and put my ear to his chest. Rudy was dead. I looked up and saw two men dressed in shore police attire, white shirts, navy Bermuda shorts, and skinny navy ties, running in my direction. Two people from the rescue squad, one woman and one man, carried a stretcher behind them. The tide stilled. The earth stopped in its rotation. "Where's my daughter?" I said to the cop who reached me first. "Where did they go?" I closed my arms around my chest. The August sun was hot for so early in the morning. I shaded my eyes with the side of my hand. Both policemen were on their knees in the sand, bent over Rudy. "Who?" the woman from the rescue squad asked, as she looked around. My daughter was here with Hilda. I don't know." "Do you know this man?" The policeman interrupted, looking up at me with a baby face full of summer freckles. "His name is Rudy Hayden. He lives in the yellow clapboard house on Morris Avenue, 2 blocks down, at number 23. My daughter—" I slowed a bit and looked around. Why did Hilda leave Rudy? Didn't Vinny just say last night that they were best friends? "My daughter must be with Hilda." And then I added, "She's 8. I said it again. "She's only 8. My throat closed a little, the way it used to when my father would tell me that my mother had to return to the hospital. "Who's Hilda?" the policeman asked, as he bent over Rudy. No one was there but Rudy and me. "Hilda is his wife. I looked around. "She must have taken Vinny back to the house," I said, wondering aloud to no one. Panic waited in the pit of my stomach. A few early risers stopped and stared at Rudy. Two women in their mid-30s, both with sun-streaked hair, pulled back in a ponytail, had been jogging. They looked like typical Springhaven mothers. Good skin, trim bodies. They wore the latest running shoes, tied in double knots. Women like this learned all about life from their own mothers. They combed their children's hair before they went to school, scrambled eggs, and watered their plants so they wouldn't die. "Do you need help here?" the taller one asked. I shook my head. The younger of the two policemen questioned an older couple and a single man in his 40s walking a golden retriever. Dogs were allowed on the beach until 8 a.m. If Vinny had been here, I know she would have stopped to pet the dog. More heads shook. No one had seen Rudy fall. More time passed. No one had seen a little girl with an older woman leave the beach.